The author John C. Maxwell said, "The secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda." In other words, your habits. My advice to aspiring writers is to stop procrastinating and get started. Stop saying, "One day I'm going to write a book." I've never met any author who was sorry he or she wrote a book. I've only met authors who were sorry they didn't write it sooner. But before I go into writing habits, I would like to share some truths about writing and writers. Don't think about writing. Write about thinking. Write into your thinking. You will discover a lot of things. Writing is dull and exciting. Writing is a habit and a lifestyle. Writing is something that can be acquired. Writers write every day, and writers read every day. Writers write for themselves, then for others. Writers don't wait for inspiration. Writers don't wait till the last minute to write. Writers keep notes and memos just in case. So now we're going to develop that writing habit. Developing a writing habit will take some time and effort on your part. We become what we repeatedly say or affirm to ourselves. So take a moment and write your personal writing affirmation. Science has proven if you say something to yourself long enough, at least 30 days, you will act in accordance with your words because you cannot hold a personal belief and act in opposing fashion. Let's talk about setting goals. Set a goal so it's easy to succeed and hard to fail. You're developing a new habit, which means most likely you aren't going to just decide to write every day and do it. You might want to write for 5 hours a day, but that would be like deciding to run a marathon before lunch today. And even though you never ran even a kilometer, you'll fail miserably and reinforce your belief it isn't possible for you to run a marathon. Setting a short-term goal. Set an easy-to-achieve short-term goal, such as me writing for 15 minutes every day. Once you hit that goal, you'll be off to the races. You can slowly and intentionally increase your time and days from there on. Set a daily appointment and put it on your calendar. You can write every morning between 5 and 6 a.m. Set an alarm to remind you at 5:57 a.m. and set a second alarm for 6 a.m. Write until the second alarm goes off. Let's face it, there are days that I'm able to write more, but some days not so much. Getting my writing out of the way early and every day provides a sense of accomplishment and just reinforces the habit as it develops. How about developing a habit trigger? What is a habit trigger? For some writers, the moment they wake up and smell the freshly brewed pot of coffee, it becomes a trigger that says it's almost time to start writing. Others go for a walk or go for a quick workout, listen to music, and some pour a cup of coffee before writing. It's therefore important to design a pre-writing ritual that rolls you right into your writing habit. It's also important to keep track of your progress, and you can start by a simple Excel spreadsheet that you design. Use one column to keep track of the number of words you write every day and a second column for your cumulative number. My 2018 goal of 1,000 words a day for at least 300 days is totally doable. Even 100 words a day over a year's time is 36,500 words. My advice to you is to always be ready to write. I always carry an iPad with a keyboard and a Moleskine notebook, as well as my Evernote app on my iPhone, just in case I find myself with time to write. You never know when you'll have a very long wait at the dentist's office or get delayed at a meeting. So be on the lookout for opportunities to squeeze in some extra words. You might want to get a mentor or a writing buddy. I touched on this at the writing workshop I had over the weekend at Agape Coffee Shop in Utnik in Nelson Mandela Bay, South Africa. If you're more of a stick than a carrot person, finding yourself to hold yourself accountable can ensure development of your writing habit. You'd rather write than wash the car by hand, don't you? So find someone who will check in and hold you to the task. A buddy is free. A coach might cost you. So know yourself and get what you want. And then you decide who are you going to ask to help you, even a friend or family member. Also give yourself rewards for doing your writing. For example, going to the movies, taking out a DVD, or planning even a weekend getaway. So it's important to eliminate distractions as well. It's time to write, but you haven't been on Facebook yet. Don't do it. Write first, then Facebook, or Twitter, or Instagram. If you must, close all the other windows so you can focus on your writing. You can use an app like Pomodoro to give you something to listen to while you write. I think also what a good idea is to put your phone on airplane mode. That would work. Distraction killing tools to emulate distractions and help you get into a good writing habit is also a good idea. There are a lot of products, gadgets and apps all tailored to every style and situation to block out distractions so you can get much more done. There's an app called Hamming Write. It's for the nostalgic writer. And there's another one, Focus Writer, for distractible writers. But now, the biggest problem with these technologies is that they don't exhibit many of the important traits found in products that change behavior for the good. For one, they're not fun to use. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, among other habit-forming technologies, change users' daily routines by being inherently enjoyable. But just remember that the world needs your words. So get into that writing habit. And finally, hold the pen in your hand, your fingers on the keyboard, and reach for the stars.